anything that is just as it is without pretending. I think anything that has no pretense is beautiful.
So, to me that is true beauty.
How the whole person or person feels, looks like, behaves. Yeah, it's just a mixture of all.
Anything, erotic curves.
Erotic curves?
And a look in someone's eye. You know, the look. Oh, yes. Oh, do you pervert women? Sometimes.
I do.
I really think women pervert women more than men pervert women. I really do.
You can't be beautiful without a flame, a fire, of love, a dance.
And what I think is beautiful is the world around us and the heart and soul of your body.
So if you are naturally meant to be, you know, slight curvy, if you're in your truth and you're curvy, it's probably just how you're meant to be, and you'll look absolutely gorgeous being curvy, you know? And if you're an old woman with grey hair and wrinkles and you're in your truth and power and full of joy, you'll just look gorgeous and people will be attracted to you. I don't think ugliness necessarily comes from, I don't actually think it comes from physical appearance at all, really. I think it's pretty much probably like 90% internal.
Just be yourself. Live with yourself and be beautiful.
Artificial comes in my mind. Very artificial, very plastic.
The proportions aren't quite right, are they? It's more of a fantasy than a reality.
Well, do you want an example? Do you want an example? When my daughter was 4, she's very dark, many years ago, she was given, you know this story I think, she was given a Barbie by an aunt and then another Barbie by an uncle and a Barbie by her father, and I kept them all in the freezer.
I never had a Barbie.
And so to get her Barbies out, well, because for me they just belonged in the morgue, frankly. I just thought they were terrible. They were all blonde and blue-eyed. She was this little dark, fat, round cherub with black eyes and dark hair, and she wanted to be just like Barbie.
But Barbie represents, you know, has so much social imaging and shaping, the pinks and the felt shape and the long blonde hair, the area waist. It's a Nazi fucking thing, isn't it? The Barbie thing.
I think Barbie's a bimbo.
Oh, Barbie sucks. Yeah, Barbie sucks.
I could never understand why Barbie didn't have any nipples or any front bottom, as my son used to call it. Why she's the plastic. She's got a moulded plastic piece between her legs. It's nice and smooth and hairless.
That's not natural. It's not real. And people pressure, you know, kids. It creates a pattern in people's heads. But especially kids, you know, that this is what you must aspire to. You know, lots of gorgeous pinks and Barbie's little parties and all the little plastic accessories and yada yada yada. What about a fucking short, plump black girl? Where the fuck does she fit in? A Barbie's up for total satire. Barbie's up for fuck Barbie. Yeah, and fuck the people behind making it.
I don't think Barbie is a particularly good role model for our children. And as I've got a boy child, he's never had a Barbie. That's great.
Well, at this point it would conjure up Pele, the goddess of Hawaii.
All goddesses, one goddess really. That really appeals to me.
Honouring the Shakti energy and not being, not having to hide that in any way.
I think for me it's easier to find role models in the family than like a star or someone who's really famous, because you really don't know how they are in reality.
I think Jean Houston's definitely a positive, amazing, awesome, powerful woman.
Frida Kahlo was one of my earliest role models. The way she dressed, the fact that she never removed her moustache or plucked her eyebrows, or worried about how she appeared to other people. Frida Kahlo had affairs with men and women and embraced her sexuality, and that really appeals to me, that whole fact that she could do that in a time when it wasn't really that acceptable to be doing those things.
Have you got anything to say to the younger women out there? Because you would be a role model in our community, so have you got anything to say to them?
Embrace your feminine energy. Enjoy your body while it's young and firm, and don't have babies until you're emotionally mature enough to deal with it. Study a little bit of the history of the women who have come before us to make it possible for us to be where we are today.
Anything that is just as it is without pretending. I think anything that has no pretense is beautiful.
So if you are naturally meant to be, you know, slightly curvy, if you're in your truth and you're curvy, it's probably just how you're meant to be, and you'll look absolutely gorgeous being curvy.
Just be yourself. Live with yourself and be beautiful.
Very orgasmic.